This time, it's all about in the bamboo forest. Are you ready to face the fear? This story goes back to my elementary school days. There was a bamboo grove next to the school I went to, and we were told, someone suspicious lurks there, so you mustn't go. Despite the warning, I never did visit, but it seemed like many others did, sharing tales of a strange hut with a vagrant living inside, or a hut with a door that just wouldn't open. In essence, they all agreed there was a solitary old wooden hut. Before we knew it, visiting this hut had become a badge of courage among the rascals who all seemed eager to prove themselves. There was a day when O-san and U-san, both friends of mine, decided they would go together. It felt somewhat late to be joining the adventure, seeing as many had already been there, but go they decided. Was it after school? Forgive me. My memory is fuzzy on the timing. Regardless, they went after school. The two made their way toward the hut, venturing deep into the bamboo grove. From a distance, the grove seemed small, but stepping inside, it was unexpectedly dark, a mystery in itself. As expected, they came upon the hut. They decided to enter right away. Upon opening the wooden door and stepping inside, Yu-san supposedly thought, oh no, this is bad. Inside, they found a person who had transitioned from this world by hanging. While contemplating their next move, O-san, who had entered after, let out a horrifying scream, "Mother!" Leaving a continuously shouting O-san behind, Yu-san fled the scene. At that time, I was on the school grounds, probably playing dodgeball with others, when Yu-san came sprinting from the direction of the bamboo grove, shouting, "O-san's mom is gone." A chill went through me that day. The incident caused quite a stir, though my recollection is vague. From that day forward, O-san never returned to school, eventually transferring without saying goodbye. The real trouble started after. Tales of a ghost haunting the hut began circulating. Following the suicide, the number of visitors dropped significantly, with everyone making a fuss without actually going. Even I, being somewhat of a know-it-all at the time, I'd share what I knew about the grim condition a hanging victim could be found in, half out of interest. This led to more clamor among the crowd. There's a ghost of a hung woman, they'd say. Then one day, another friend, S-san, invited me, since you know so much about spirits, why not go see for yourself? Being a coward, I immediately refused but promised to hear his story afterward. I believed S-san would actually go, as he was known to be quite the troublemaker. Indeed, he and a few others went to the hut after school. The next day at school, having completely forgotten about our conversation, I noticed S-san was particularly gloomy. Normally a troublemaker, his silence reminded me of our discussion the day before. "Did you actually go?" I asked. "Yes," was all he said. S-san, usually so outspoken, was quiet, making me wonder if he really had encountered something supernatural. All day, I stuck close, pestering him for details. Yet no matter what I asked, he wouldn't elaborate. "Did you see something?" "Yes." But no further details emerged. I was convinced S-san had seen a real ghost, and couldn't help but excitedly imagine what it looked like, or what it felt like to see one. Persisting with my questions until school ended. Finally, S-san broke his silence, "Don't tell anyone. And never go there." I can't convey how thrilled I was when S-san shared just one piece of information. When we opened the door, there was O-san, screaming at the top of his lungs. That's the end of it, really. S-san never spoke of it again, and I stopped telling scary stories for amusement. The bamboo grove was cleared, replaced now by a factory making calligraphy brushes. No one knows what became of O-san after transferring, and all I have left are occasional recollections of O-san's sister's face I once saw. Is this story still echoing? That cabin is now a pen factory. It's interesting how ghost stories evolve with time. But the fear that lingers somewhere in our hearts is passed down to the next generation, albeit in a different form. There must surely be one close to you too. I wonder if you can sleep well tonight.